Right now at noon, the snow is falling and the roads are feeling the impact. We have team coverage on this alert day with the latest First Warn forecast and travel conditions. Plus, we now know the names of those killed in the Abundant Life Christian School shooting, how friends and community members are remembering loved ones lost. This is News 3 Now at noon. Thanks for joining us today at noon. I'm Josh Breiter. We begin with First Warn weather at this hour. The snow is falling, impacting travel both today and tomorrow. Meteorologist Kelly Slifka has a look at your alert day forecast out on the weather patio. It's a winter wonderland, Kelly.
Yeah, feeling like Christmas out here. I just got out the ruler, measured about an inch already here on the patio, and it's going to snow pretty steadily throughout the afternoon. And occasionally we could see some moderate to heavy snow at times. We're looking at about 2 to 6 inches, lesser amounts to the southwest of Madison, a little bit higher amounts to the north and northeast of Madison. And this will continue right through tonight. Should be tapering off early tomorrow morning, but of course all the snow that's on the ground still impacting the travel going into tomorrow. So you can see pretty steady snow, and it's just got a beeline right through southern Wisconsin. Occasionally see some of those darker blues indicating some moderate snow, and you notice it's just starting to move into parts of Dane County, moving out of Iowa County and Sauk County on the northwest side of Madison toward Prairie du Sac. Right now, visibilities, some locations reporting visibilities down to 1/4 of a mile. So that would indicate to moderate to heavy snow. We've got a half-mile visibility in Madison. Conditions improve quite a bit as you head down to the south where they haven't seen as much snow. And that's why they don't have any advisories. We have the winter weather advisory here in the Madison area, the purple shading, where they're expecting even higher amounts of snow in central Wisconsin. Adams and Juneau County, they are under winter storm warnings. These are in effect right through Friday at 6 o'clock in the morning. Snow is flying right now, temperature at 24 with the wind chill currently at 14. The winds are out of the southeast now. Those will change it around to the north later tonight. 24 in Madison right now, Middleton at 26. We will look at the snow pretty steady and will continue to accumulate, definitely impacting the late afternoon, evening commute. So definitely take it easy on the roads. Right now, the main roads are okay. It's mainly those secondary roads that we are seeing those impacts. We'll take a look at how much snow we can expect over the next 12 to 18 hours, coming up in about 15 minutes.
All right, Kelly, we'll see you then. Thank you. Now to Live Drive. Braden Ross is out on the roads with photojournalist Brian Mesmer behind the wheel. Braden, how are those current conditions?
Hey Josh, hello from the Beltline here. I'm going to give you a look at what we are dealing with right now. We're headed eastbound on the Beltline. We actually just drove by a big line of plows coming the other way, and so obviously the plows are out. And you can tell the roads are not too bad right now. Definitely slick spots, and certainly should be careful and make sure you're slowing down. And just keeping an eye on the roads. I'm looking at the 511 map on my phone here. I do see one crash, it looks like, on I-3990 south at Highway 30. That was last updated around 11:45, so I would assume they're probably still working on clearing. As far as the rest of the map here, it looks like most of the roads are either partially or completely snow covered right now, so definitely make sure you're slowing down, keeping an eye on things, and keeping that good stopping distance because things are slick right now with the snow coming down. Visibility not too bad right now, but we'll keep you updated throughout the rest of the day as this continues on and in your evening commute as well.
All
so
right.
I'll send it back to you for now.
Braden Ross live on Live Drive there. Braden, thank you. Now we turn to new developments in the Abundant Life Christian School shooting. A Southern California man ordered to surrender his guns and ammunition. Police say he messaged the shooter here about his plans to target a government building with guns or explosives. A judge issued a restraining order under California's red flag law against a 20-year-old Carlsbad man. That restraining order is effective until December 23rd. A hearing is set for January 3rd. This is a civil action and not a criminal action. It's unclear if he's in custody. We now know the names of the 2 people who died in the Abundant Life Christian School shooting. We begin with the student, 14-year-old Ruby Patricia Vergara. She was a freshman at Abundant Life. The school's communication director says Vergara attended the school since kindergarten. Family members describe her as an avid reader. They say she also loved art, singing, and playing the keyboard in the family worship band. Her funeral is scheduled for Saturday morning at 11 at City Church on Buckeye Road. Visitation will be held at the church at 9 a.m. until that service begins. The medical examiner is identifying the teacher who died as 42-year-old Erin Michelle West. She worked as a substitute teacher for 3 years before taking a full-time position as the school's substitute coordinator and an in-building substitute teacher. Here's what one student had to say about her.
Really loved her kids, and she really loved everyone at our school, and she would have done anything for them. Looking back, I wish I could have gone back and given her a hug.
As our community continues to grapple with Monday's tragic events, there's a lot of information being published by news outlets like News 3 Now and others online. Unfortunately, those others can create some confusion as to what's accurate. We spoke to a local communications professor on why misinformation travels during times of crisis.
Our research has shown that the more angry we are, the more dread we feel, the more anxious we are, the more likely we are to share information regardless if it's true or not. So it's just an instinct that comes out of our emotions, and that, you know, later on when we think about it, we probably regret, but by that time it's too late and the information has spread already.
Communications experts add people should think through what they are consuming online before sharing. He says avoid reading anything that contains a lot of hashtags on social media, as it may just be trying to get your attention. Still ahead in Money Watch, how much the Fed has cut interest rates. Plus, we continue our live drive coverage, keeping an eye on alert day conditions outside. Here's a look at the Beltline. We'll tell you what you could expect for your evening commute.
You're watching News 3 Now at noon.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
This is you. And you are why we do what we do. Each and every one of you are wonderful, amazing people. So we'll treat you that way on your journey of trusted care. Because the way you, and you feel matters. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health, know how much you matter to this world.
Discover more ways to save on appliances at our Brothers Main Bargain Rooms. Get discounts on top brand closeouts, returns, and scratch and dents. Minor dings, major savings. Plus, you can take your purchase home today. Feel like family. Brothers Main.
Menards is your destination to save big money this holiday season. We're your one-stop shop for everything you need this Christmas. We have it all, from big to small, and everything in between. Loctite, Power Grab, heavy-duty adhesive, is high strength, paintable, and is easy to use. With 0-second instant grab. A 9-ounce tube is on sale now for $2.99.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Come on, let's go. We've got this. We're almost there.
Because when your family feels protected,
Wow.
they're free to pursue their dreams. Bundle home and auto and save up to 23%. American Family Insurance. From our family to yours. Happy holidays.
When it comes to winning internet, TDS is in a league of our own. Just like the Green Bay Packers, Wisconsin born and bred, we live, work, play, hire, and get involved in the communities we serve. Like delivering the green and gold standard of internet. 100% fiber internet that's as fast, powerful, and reliable as your other hometown favorite, the Packers. TDS, internet that's built Wisconsin strong.
After its final meeting of 2024, the Federal Reserve cut its benchmark interest rate by 0.25 percentage points amid cooling inflation. But the markets tumbled after the central bank also signaled there may be just 2 possible interest rate cuts next year, down from 4 forecast back in September. The Fed is also projecting that prices could rise in 2025. Some hope for TikTok users. The U.S. Supreme Court has agreed to hear arguments in an emergency challenge to the federal law that would ban the popular app on January 19th if Chinese parent company ByteDance doesn't sell it. The High Court says lawyers for the Justice Department, TikTok, and a group of users who filed a separate challenge should be prepared to argue whether the ban passed by Congress violates the First Amendment. The hearing is set for January 10th. And Frito-Lay is recalling some 13-ounce bags of its popular classic potato chips. The Food and Drug Administration says some products distributed in Oregon and Washington state with a fresh buy date of February 11, 2025 may contain undeclared milk, which could cause life-threatening reactions for those with severe milk sensitivities or allergies. No other Lay's products are affected by the recall. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
Here's a look at the stock report at the noon hour. The Dow's up 150 points, NASDAQ up 58, and the S&P 500 up 17. Back to our live drive coverage. Here's a look at the Beltline at this hour. Be cautious out on the roadways out here. This is the Beltline at this hour. Again, we're starting to see a little bit of an impact out there on the roads, and more snow will be coming. So we'll have very latest coming up here in just a few minutes. With the snow flying, the city wants to remind residents about shoveling ordinances because it could save you money and fines. Residents must clear sidewalks, including curb ramps, by noon the day after snowfall. Failure to do so could lead to fines starting at $124, and excessive salt use could also lead to citations. The city also wants to remind people that salt is ineffective. Once we go below 15 degrees later this winter, they recommend using sand for traction. Still ahead for us this afternoon, Pam Bianchi joins us from the radio barn with the ag numbers, and Kelly is tracking the snowy alert day conditions in his first warn forecast. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome to Dwellings, Madison's best kept secret for beautiful furniture, sofas, chairs, and recliners, sectionals, and fun accessories. Shop our Fitchburg showroom today.
So I called the roofer guys, and well, it turns out that you got to replace the whole roof. You know, that's kind of where they want to go with it. And I thought, boy, that's a lot of money. I ran across the Roof Max guy, and he started explaining that it's a roof treatment. It brought back the color and brought back some of the pliability. It looks about the same as when it was a new roof. My only regret is that I didn't do it sooner.
Hey, pal. Ready for bed?
Hey, Dad. Do we really have the fastest internet speeds?
Yeah, with Spectrum, absolutely.
Oh, that's cool. Can I use that to research volcanoes super fast?
Of course.
Can I learn to make a diorama super fast?
Yeah, you can do that too.
How fast exactly?
The absolute fast. When's your project due?
Tomorrow morning.
How much have you done? Okay. I'll get the glue.
The fastest internet whenever you need it. From Spectrum.
Are you tired of the constant pain, numbness, tingling, and the poor balance caused by peripheral neuropathy? At Midwest Spine and Nerve Center, we help patients just like you with our non-invasive treatment options designed to reduce pain and improve balance and function without the need for drugs or surgery. Our personalized approach focuses on treating those symptoms and giving you back the life you deserve. Experience the benefits of a treatment plan designed to restore your quality of life. Call to schedule your complimentary consultation today.
From our Dwellings family to yours, happy holidays.
Tonight at 6, the digital world is evolving and our kids are all in. So parents, we need to stay on our toes.
There are some risks with predators. We have had some people we thought, you shouldn't be friending this person.
In my Time for Kids report, I'm giving your family the tools to navigate today's technology, including our SSM Health experts' top tips for getting your kids on board with a safety plan.
Video games, social media, you name it, it's not going anywhere. So we need to shift our mindset.
Catch our digital playbook tonight on News 3 Now at 6.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
We're back on a Thursday afternoon. Let's check in with Pam Bianchi for your Midwest Farm Report. And Pam, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas outside.
Hey, there's a lot of people thrilled about that. Not so much if you're going to have to commute or do some driving coming up this weekend, but it is kind of pretty to see finally around Wisconsin. Tell you what, Josh, we're kind of following up on a story from yesterday that the Wisconsin Department of Ag, Trade, and Consumer Protection, as well as Wisconsin's Department of Health Services, brought to our attention. A first case of a human contracting high-path avian influenza. It's up in Barron County. A farm worker that was in close contact with the poultry that tested positive for high-path avian influenza in that area. The good news, according to the Department of Health Services, is the person came down with a sore throat, a runny nose, that type of thing, typical cold flu feelings, but ultimately is on the road to recovery. So that's the good news. Nobody has to get concerned about contamination or anything like that. The other issue that came up yesterday is another flock of backyard birds in Kenosha County tested positive for high path. It was, I believe, 88 chickens and like 5 ducks or something like that. So they are going to be depopulated. Big reason or big message here from both Department of Agriculture and Department of Health Services. Biosecurity measures still need to be in place. Our food system is still safe, and we have not seen any of the birds passing over Wisconsin infiltrate into our dairy industry. So, like I said, just kind of a constant story that we've been having in Wisconsin agriculture for the past 2 years' time. Today, a lot of emphasis on what's not happening in Washington, D.C. Continuing resolution kind of at a standstill, and our commodity prices are going down like a rock. Barrel cheese today down 2.5 at $1.76. 40-pound block cheese down 0.5, $1.85.5. Double A butter stands still at $2.51. But I just looked at the January Class 3 milk. That's down about 60 cents. Again, just a sign of uncertainty as we get ready to close the calendar year, Josh. It's not necessarily about news, but instead it's about a lot of our traders and their brokerage firms getting ready to close the books, and they want to make sure that their positions are squared up before we get much closer to the end of the year. So, like I said, I can't say that it's a news, that it's really something happening, but it is a fiscal sign that the end of the calendar year is upon us.
Yeah, and we'll be watching the news kind of all over the place right now, Pam.
Oh, man, I tell you, yeah, from weather on up.
All right. Well, you stay safe out there, especially if you're heading out.
Yep, we'll see you tomorrow.
Let's get a check of that forecast now. First Warn meteorologist Kelly Slifka tracking those alert day conditions out on the weather patio. And boy, it's really coming down.
Yeah, I think it actually picked up since the last time I was out here about 15 minutes ago. It's really that fine snow, but there's a lot of it out here. So it's kind of poking me in the eyes here and also accumulating fairly quickly. So if you're going to be traveling about, use extra caution. You can see that darker blue. That's what's moving into Madison right now. And that's why the snow is fairly thick across the Madison area, so the visibilities are coming down. I would say it's probably less than a half of a mile here in Madison now with this bout of some moderate to heavy snow moving through Madison. And I tell you what, we've had some pretty good totals, especially north of Madison. This is our snow vision. This is what our radar thinks has fallen. Areas north of Madison, already 2 inches of snow. As you go up into parts of Columbia County, Sauk County, then over into Richland County, our radar is indicating upwards of 4 inches and even higher totals as you get up toward La Crosse. So traveling northbound, traveling northwestward, really going to be problematic as you go into the southern suburbs of the Twin Cities. 6 to 8 inches of snow already falling. So we do have first warn alert day. We're looking at widespread 2 to 6 inches of snow. Lesser amounts down the south with the highest totals likely just north of Madison, where we're talking about maybe upwards of 6 inches of snow. This will continue today, but right through tonight and even early tomorrow morning, the snow will move on out of here pretty quickly, probably before the sun comes up. But all that snow accumulation still impacting, especially those secondary roads. So the main effects are coming in now, and that'll continue right through the evening hours, especially as the snow continues to pile up. Definitely going to cause some travel problems, so use extra caution if you don't have to travel, especially any long durations. I know this is kind of a big travel day today. Try to hold off until tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon will be much better. We do have a winter weather advisory for Madison. They have extended it now over to Iowa County. This is in effect until 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. To the north, where snowfall totals could exceed 6 inches of snow. Looking at winter storm warnings that is in effect from Green Bay, Wausau, Eau Claire over towards the Twin Cities. This is the Clipper right now, that area of low pressure tracking just to the southwest of Madison and northeastern Iowa, and that puts us in line for seeing some pretty decent snows, pretty steady snows for the afternoon. Into the early evening, I think if we get in the late evening hours, it'll become more scattered and not as heavy, but it will continue overnight tonight. So we'll track that snow, pretty steady snow throughout the afternoon, occasionally some heavy snow, breaking up a little bit this evening. I think we'll get another wave later tonight, moving on out by 6, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then we'll actually get into some sunshine tomorrow afternoon. But this snow isn't going anywhere anytime soon. See that heavier band of snow in central and northern parts of the state, 3 to 6 inches around here, maybe 1 to 3 inches down toward Janesville near the Illinois border. 29 tomorrow. Any snow we accumulate, the snowboarders and skiers will love it. Get out and enjoy it this weekend. We're going to hang on to this snow. We do have a chance of a mixed precipitation Monday. We will be warming up 30s and eventually 40s the day after Christmas. I'd like to send it out to Braden Ross. She's out on the roads. How are those roads looking, Braden?
Hey, Kelly. Well, it is beginning to look a lot like Christmas, I would say. Let me give you a look at the road. We are on Monona Drive here. You were talking about those secondary roads. So here's a look at what they're looking like. Certainly some of that accumulation is happening. Slush, just slick on the roads. We did see plows out earlier on the belt line, so I'm assuming they're definitely trying to start with those more used thoroughfares, and then they'll get to these roads when they can. But definitely just take it slow, leave that stopping distance. And do what you can to keep yourself safe in this snow. Like you were saying, Kelly, if you don't have to go out, probably a good idea not to. It's a little slick out here, but I'll send it back to you for now.
All right, Braden Ross on the live drive. Braden, thank you. In the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, Howard suggests surprising your guests at Christmas with a main dish.
This year, why not shake things up at your next dinner party or Christmas dinner by serving everyone their very own perfectly sized main dish? It's something that my mom used to make, and to this day, I still love it. I'm talking about individual roasted Cornish hens. Not only do they look special, but they're super flavorful and so easy to make. In case you're not familiar with Cornish hens, they're basically a cousin to the chicken, only smaller and more tender. Each one's about 1 pound to 1.5 pounds. To make them, all we do is stuff each one with a wedge of lemon and some fresh rosemary. Then we tuck the wings back, like this, and tie, or as it's officially called, truss the legs together with some butcher twine. Now we place them in a roasting pan on a rack, season them with some olive oil and a bit of salt and pepper, and add garlic cloves all around it. Then we pour a mixture over them that we made by mixing together some Dijon mustard, white wine, and chicken broth. And then into the oven they go. After roasting for about an hour with lots of basting throughout, they're done. Talk about one of the juiciest holiday main dishes you've ever tasted. And since everyone gets their very own, it looks even more la-di-da. To get the recipe for our lemon rosemary roasted Cornish hens, head over to our website. I know you'll be glad you did. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a perfectly sized way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
When we come back at noon, we'll introduce you to our Pets of the Week from the Dane County Humane Society.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
When it comes to garage door repairs, Precision's got you covered.
We have same-day repair service. Once we're there, our goal is to fix the door one time, one appointment, and be done. We'll fix your door no matter how cold it is.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Dashing has been very helpful for me. Definitely brought me a significant amount of extra income and allowed me to comfortably pay my bills and live a lifestyle and get out and have some fun. Portable benefits would be great. It would allow me to afford health care, dental insurance, and vision insurance. That's great because, as you can see, I wear glasses. I will need to get more eye exams because I'm getting up there in age. I love the freedom and flexibility of Dashing, and portable benefits will give me an additional peace of mind.
Maddie has heart failure, and it can't be cured. Our neighbor is using a Grace, so I asked Maddie's doctor about them. Turns out, they can help us. They're already managing Maddie's breathing trouble better. A Grace, authentic care and connection. Visit agrace.org to learn more.
Winning at Ho-Chunk Gaming just got bigger, like mega bigger. When you win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, you're automatically entered into our mega jackpot winners quarterly drawings with a grand prize drawing on January 18th to win a new Jeep Wagoneer car lot and a chance for $100,000 in cash. Jackpot weekly drawings are going on now. Mondays, 10 winners, $500 in rewards play. Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
Want a flatter, tighter tummy? Then check out new Ab EX from Sono Bello.
After my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me self-conscious.
Emotionally, it was really sad. Feeling good up here, but you look down and you don't.
After having my babies, it went a different direction. From here, it went to here, and I just couldn't get rid of that.
Introducing Ab EX from Sono Bello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
I got the tummy tuck results without the tummy tuck downtime.
And I finally got the flat stomach I wanted.
I'm able to get back in my size 8 jeans. I feel sexy. I feel confident.
It feels good to feel good and look good. The mommy belly is gone.
Schedule your free, no obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-557-5298 or go to sonobello.com.
Are you okay?
It is time for Potentially Yours here on a Thursday afternoon. Lisa Bernard is here from the Dane County Humane Society. We got our hands full today, Lisa.
We do. We do.
Who do we have?
So the black and brown dog is Tinsel, and then the light brown mainly is Noelle.
Oh my gosh.
2-month-old female shepherd mixes, just arrived yesterday from Texas.
So fresh to Wisconsin.
Fresh to Wisconsin. They're super active, super cute. There's a total of 8 in this litter.
Okay, awesome. So some to choose from.
Yes, yes. And we got a total of just over 20 dogs yesterday.
Oh my gosh, all right.
Looking for new loving homes. Some are older, some are puppies.
Yeah,
so.
just in time for the holidays.
Yes.
So what makes these two special?
Well, I think they're all special, Josh.
They all are special,
It is so hard to just pick 1 or 2 to bring on TV.
It really is.
Which is sometimes why it's late for me, but I just thought it would be fun to showcase these 2 and their personality. And, you know, we often get questions about, you know, is it a right time to add a pet as a gift? And, you know, if you're gifting a pet to someone who's, you know, planning on already adding one, like they're like just waiting for the right one, you know, this is a great time to adopt and add a family member, a furry family
and these
member.
kind of dogs are so smart.
Yes.
I mean, they catch on to things so quickly.
Yes, they caught on to a lot of things very quickly, like, oh, look at that, that's your mic.
Oh, yes, yeah, 100%. And of course, a snowy day like this, like, they are in awe. Like, this is their sort of weather.
Yes, exactly. And they were so good in the car, too. Like, they played with their toy a little bit, and then they took a nap so they could be wide awake for right now.
Oh, I love it. All right, so what kind of family do you think would suit with them well?
I think any family who wants to add a puppy. Puppy is quite different than an adult dog.
Yep.
Puppy, you're going from scratch with all the training, the teething, getting appropriate items to chew on, and then, you know, they're going to get into a little more things, whereas an older dog already knows that, hey, chewing the sofa is off limits.
Or chewing the mic.
Chewing the mic.
Well, we are going to find these 2 a home, and this is what we really needed on a week like this, too.
Yes.
So, Lisa, thank you for bringing them in. Hey, we have a positive update on last week's pet. Octavius was also adopted. We love to see it. So if you're interested in adopting Tinsel, Noelle, or checking out the other animals at DCHS, just go to giveshelter.org. And here's Kelly with the final check of the forecast.
All right, the snow continues to fall across parts of southern Wisconsin. In fact, actually coming down fairly moderately here in the Madison area. So reduced visibility is probably less than a half of a mile in Madison. So allow some extra time if you're going to be driving about. Best to hold off any long-term travel because we are expecting improving conditions tomorrow. There will be some snow on the roads tomorrow morning, but the conditions should improve in the afternoon. A cold weekend before warming up for Christmas Day.
Thank you, Kelly, and thanks for joining us today at noon. Have a great afternoon.